Hello, everybody. So we're back here on this final YouTube today. This is with Raylene, and she's in the USA. She's going to talk in a minute about where she is. But this is our final one. After this, if you just stay tuned, I'm going to talk about the little prize draw and ask a few questions. And if you can answer them, you have the chance of winning a spirit guide painting by me that I'll just send electronically, PDF, or a mediumship reading with Micah, a healing, or also a little Christmas bag of crystals. So you've got a few options if you want to play along at Christmas with Carly here. So, Raylene, come on then. What does Christmas mean to you in America? Whereabouts are you as well? Tell us where you are.
I live on the East Coast of America in the state of Maine. I grew up in Massachusetts, but moved to Maine a while back, where today we have our first northeaster of the season coming in, making for a white Christmas, which is nice. We're supposed to get 8 to 12 inches of snow here in Maine. And
Oh,
in Maine, that means it could be up to 2 feet. It's just,
wow,
we
you're
do
just
have a very
waiting.
white Christmas usually. Yes. Yeah, it's beautiful
Oh,
out. So, Christmas, of course, it's, the decorating, the gathering, the being together with family and friends. Even like the shows on TV that come on, like you can catch multiple times, the children's shows. I don't know if you've ever seen like Santa Claus is Coming to Town or the adult one of It's a Wonderful Life, which I really enjoy, or Scrooge, right?
yeah.
And some people go, all out with the lights and decorating, and some it's just very simple. But I think it's just that, like, for me, that light always just sparks that feeling of hope and renewal. So, and Christmas cards, that's really big. As I've shared in the past that I love to take the time to actually hand write a Christmas card because I really like receiving that, having that personal touch from someone,
Yeah.
you
And
know.
so personally, what's Christmas Day going to look like for you? What will happen, Christmas Day when you wake up?
Well, actually, tomorrow morning is going to be a Christmas day for me. Our
Oh,
family spread out,
mm,
and we have people coming in this evening, so it'll be a Christmas Eve. So we'll wake up in the morning, and one big thing that we do every year after we have the traditional breakfast, maybe like eggnog French toast, we tend to, keep to the same things because it just recalls the memory of the past Christmases. We may bake cookies, but I know tomorrow will be the tradition of a gingerbread house. I already have the gingerbread houses set up, and
what's
they
that?
come
Tell
a
me more.
gingerbread
What do you
house.
mean? Yeah, I mean, what do you mean? A biscuit? What do you
Oh,
mean?
so actually it's you can make it yourself, or you can buy kits. They're big here, right? Where you can even make little villages out of just Brent hard like gingerbread cookies.
Oh,
And you take like this icing and you construct the house, then you decorate it with frostings and candies, and try not to eat too many along the way. But it's just a festive thing. Some people even put little white lights on them. It's just
oh,
a holiday tradition for some. It's like decorating the Christmas cookies. It's we also big here is the Polar Express.
yeah.
They have the train rides, and there's ice. Like I'm actually thinking about going to see a light show that's set in the woods
Oh,
where they bring Christmas lights with different scenes and construct it throughout the woods. So you're actually walking through a magical wonderland. A lot
oh,
of ice sculptures up here, a lot of different things. So for me,
yeah.
Christmas will be tomorrow. We'll have it's like a week ahead actually of actual Christmas, day on the 25th. But we will gather together, have gifts, stockings always first
Mm,
if you keep to the stockings. And I we used to do Christmas Eve mass on Christmas Eve. We'd go to the mass and see the children's pageants too. So it kind of has, shifted and changed as it does, but there'll be the big meal. But on Sunday, Christmas will continue. The day after, we'll go to another family members in northern Maine, and one side of a family will gather there, and there'll be like the roast and the turkey and the ham and all the fixings, and people will bring things, and it'll be really nice. And then come next week, when it's actually Christmas week, we'll go to another side of the family and celebrate that way.
Hey, you must be
Yeah.
really big. Loads of food.
Christmas Christmas weeks, right? Not even a Christmas day so much, especially as the children have gotten older. When they were younger, it was more I could capture that tradition of what we do regularly.
Mm,
But really, it's just, and one little thing I really enjoy doing too is to pick like a star or an angel off a tree
mm,
and buy gifts for a child. They'll put a request out. Have you had that?
mm,
They put the oh, so they have angel trees. You can get them whether you get them, pick them up at your church or if you see them in a store. It's
mm,
like a Toys for Tots toy drive where
mm.
people can actually say this family needs this, even if it's whatever, snow boots or a doll, you just
Oh,
pick it up, you drop it off and with the tag so it gets to that child. So
oh,
it's
that's nice.
nice.
That's really
Yeah. So
nice. So I know some of you won't know how I met Raylene, and you think, where did we meet? We met on a Tony Stockwell Zoom, and it was completely orchestrated by spirit, wasn't it? Right? Because we've got something in common. We both sadly lost our dads. I think within 3 months of each other, we worked out. But both our fathers, as we found out as we did the reading, which was just mind blowing, we were just wow. Both our fathers were in the International Lions, which is a
yeah,
charity where you can travel all over the world and stay in other people's houses. They kind of, you can stay anywhere in the world. It's a big international charity, isn't it? And my son went to
yeah,
Japan, and your father's a lion. He was involved in Japan as well, wasn't he? About the
yes,
same time as my son went over there. It was just synchronicity, wasn't it? So that must be like same for me now a couple of years ago, but obviously you're still going to miss your dad, aren't you? You know,
yeah. And that's the big thing, I think, when we talk about like, what do you do for Christmas? And as the years go by, and that's why I could be a little bit over the map as it changes because the people that are here around our table change,
mm,
whether we're missing that person who passed a spirit
mm,
or we're missing that person who just may be estranged for whatever reason. It
mm,
happens here with the human condition, right?
yeah,
Where people sometimes, don't see family members or aren't connected. There's always that pining or loss or missing, regardless of if it's,
mm,
or even, you know, um, relationships ending or changing or shifting. Grief creeps up
exactly.
on people at the holidays, and
Mm,
a lot of times people, I think they want to escape the holidays. But what I
mm,
say too is that we got to remember that we're a divine spark of God's light and love, and that spark is in us. So sometimes, we don't have to look externally to celebrate Christmas. We can
mm,
bring it internally. And like, even if just little things, people go, how do I do that? And I'm like, well, if you make yourself a cup of cocoa that you enjoyed, stick a little peppermint stick in it. Treat yourself to sit down and actually watch a show that makes you laugh. There's a lot
mm,
of Christmas um, shows out there that have humor and
mm,
just try to take your mind to a place where there's happy thoughts, and
mm,
that helps to just shift the energy within you. And I
yeah,
also think that people, if they look around and they invite somebody else, we can extend and open our family to somebody else who may be feeling the same way or volunteering in a
mm,
homeless shelter or a soup. There's a lot of stuff we can do to give of ourselves. It's not just the physical gifts,
no.
but the
Helping somebody.
more.
I ended up next to my neighbour. I've got an elderly neighbour, and I just literally, again, it's a bit like an angel, and it went in at the right time. She was just like trying to struggle with a walking frame, trying to put things on a tree. She's, you've just walked in at the right time. Don't fancy helping me, do you? So I ended up decorating a tree yesterday, this old lady. So yeah, we can do lots of things to help. You can't we?
We are so much alike. I actually know an elderly lady in her 90s that doesn't have a tree, and she does a little bit of a bah humbugging type of thing because she is really one of the only ones left in her world, that she knew and the people that she loved. So I actually ordered a tabletop tree that's
That's
lit up
it.
with little decorations
Yeah,
to bring to her so she can
yeah.
have that little,
Just little
and I'm
thing, isn't it?
sure it'll bring memories and it'll make her smile.
Mm. Well, thank you for talking. Is there anything else you want to say to anybody? You've got a platform here to say anything else that just comes to mind, maybe from your spirit team or anything. Is there anything you want to say on this last moment about Christmas? Um, for those who, like I say, who might be struggling, for the sense for loss, a loved one. Is there anything else that we could say or you'd like to say?
I really think trying to hold on to that little spark of Christmas every day. I think having Christmas, in our hearts every day, and just realizing that we can shift our perception and our mindset, and it can shift in a second, and we can begin our new year at any time. We don't have to wait for January 1st. We can do it in the next second. We can set our intentions. And it's like, I want to say, really be kind to you. So many people are kind outside themselves, but be kind to you. Watch your self-talk, and just shine the light that you were born to be. It's true, because if we do that together, we can really light the world. So I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone, and happy holidays for however people celebrate. So
Brilliant. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
thank you. And thank you for having me.
Thank you for spreading the light and the word of beautiful love. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi everybody, Carly here, just a little prize draw, Christmas spirit and all that. Thank you for watching all these Christmas YouTubes. I hope you might get time to watch a few of them. People have given their time up, I've given my time up, and I hope that you might just get something from them. So for those that have been watching along daily, there's a few questions that you can receive a little prize if you are paying attention. So for a bag of crystals from Dee, name the crystal that Dee mentioned that can help at Christmas, but not rose quartz. So what other crystals did she mention that may help at Christmas? Email me your answer on carlyjanespiritualteacher@gmail.com. It will be the first person that gets the answer right. Sorry if it's not you, of course. Micah, she's offering a free mediumship reading for anybody that says, what night does the shoes go on the doorstep? She talked about what night in Germany do the shoes go on the doorstep. Email me again on carlyjanespiritualteacher@gmail.com. Carly, what is my favourite Christmas film? I mentioned this a couple of times in a couple of the sessions. So what is my favourite Christmas film that I made my children sit and watch? I will paint a spirit guide. I've already started on it, just giving to you as a JPEG image across to you. So who's guiding who, I'm going to tap in with, and I've already started to tap in, so I know that person already that's coming forward, because spirit will already be bringing that energy in. carlyjanespiritualteacher@gmail.com. And lastly, Tal, she was talking about Israel. She is offering a pendulum clearing for the first person that emails me. Both the mediumship and the clearing obviously will be on Zoom. The crystals, please UK probably only as well, because she's going to send them using her own money, obviously, to send them to the UK. So Tao's pendulum clearing, she talks about a game that children play. It's a little red, and I want to say dice, but it's not dice, it's a little red thing she talks about. It's got symbols on it. Are the symbols in Hebrew, English, French or Spanish? First one to email me on carlyjanespiritualteacher@gmail. I will pass your details on to Tao. So thank you everybody. Have a wonderful Christmas. I wish you all to have a wonderful 2023. Hope it's bringing everything you ever wish for. I will see you at some point, I'm sure, along the way in 2023. Namaste. Lots of love, Carly.